The joystick on the Chute Control assembly rotates the chute rod, which connects to the gearbox. The gearbox pivots the chute left or right based on chute rod rotation. If the 4-way Chute Control assembly won't rotate the chute rod, you can replace it using the steps in this video. Wear work gloves to protect your hands. Now let's get started. Remove the 3 screws from the joystick handle and separate the handle halves. Disconnect the trigger cable and set the joystick handle, trigger, and cable slide receiver aside. Remove the nut and slide the mounting bolt out of the chute deflector cable bracket. Remove the tilt guide mounting screw from the inside of the chute. Pivot the cable bracket out and disengage the locking tabs from the deflector. Squeeze the cable locking tabs with pliers and pull the cables out of the bracket. Disconnect the 2 cables from the tilt guide. Remove the bow tie cotter pin from the Chute Control shaft and slide the shaft out of the 4-way Chute Control. Remove the 6 mounting screws from the underside of the control panel and then remove the 4-way control assembly. Rotate the trigger cable through the oval opening and up through the joystick rod opening on the new 4-way control assembly. Route the deflector control cables behind the handle and mount the new 4-way control assembly to the control panel using the mounting screws. Center the trigger on the control panel and position the chute facing straight ahead to align the trigger control. Reconnect the Chute Control shaft to the 4-way control assembly and then reinstall the bow tie cotter pin. Route the Chute Control cables through the cable bracket on the muffler shroud. Route the front Chute Control cable coming out of the 4-way control assembly into the rear cable mount on the tilt guide. Route the rear Chute Control cable to the front cable mount on the tilt guide. Insert the 2 cable bracket tabs into the slots on the deflector. Position the tilt guide under the cable bracket and insert the cable locking tabs into the cable bracket. Reinstall the mounting bolt through the cable bracket and secure it with a mounting nut. Reinstall the mounting screw to secure the tilt guide to the deflector. Position the end of the cable in the cable slide receiver. Place the cable slide in the right half of the trigger handle with the slot and cable ball facing the trigger. Reinstall the trigger in the pivot hole on the right half of the trigger handle and slip the trigger tab into the cable slide receiver slot. Insert the cable sleeve end into the bracket on the right half of the trigger handle. Reinstall the left half of the trigger handle onto the right half and slide the handle onto the trigger shaft while holding the 2 halves together. Reinstall the trigger mounting screws.